Have you ever wondered why your body aches in places that medical tests can't explain? The knot in your stomach, the heaviness in your chest, the tension in your shoulders. It feels physical, yet no diagnosis ever seems to capture the truth. What if these aren't random sensations at all, but stories your body has been carrying in silence? Not stories told with words, but with breath, posture, and rhythm. What if the very discomfort you're trying to escape is the way your body has been calling out for you to finally listen? We're taught to treat the body like a machine, fix the broken part, suppress the symptom, push through the pain. But the body is not a mute vessel. It remembers. Even when your mind has long forgotten, your body holds the echoes of moments that shaped you. That jaw you find clenched in the morning, it may not be from stress at work, but from years of holding back what you wanted to say. The fatigue that never leaves might not be weakness, but a sign that your nervous system has been stuck in defense for far too long. Your body is not betraying you. It's protecting you, but protection has its cost. The hidden archive within you. Modern science has confirmed what ancient traditions already understood. Trauma is not just a memory in the mind, it settles in the body. Psychiatrist Bessel van der Kolk describes how the traumatized brain keeps the body on high alert, even when no danger is present. Breathing shortens, muscles tighten, digestion falters. The body continues to act as though the threat never ended. But long before neurology and brain scans, the ancients knew this truth. In Egyptian temples, initiates began their path to higher knowledge, not with abstract philosophy, but with the body through breath, posture, sound, and silence. They saw pain not as an enemy to be fought, but as a message, a prophecy written into the flesh. Every muscle was an archive, every sensation a code. Think about your own experience. The ache in your lower back that flares when you feel unsupported. The racing heartbeat when you walk into a room where you fear judgment. These aren't coincidences. They are reminders that the body carries memory far longer than the mind admits. And until those memories are acknowledged, they keep shaping the reality you live in today. Why we get stuck? The reason many of us feel stuck is because we try to heal only at the level of thought. We repeat affirmations, read motivational lines, try to think positive. Yet the body continues to vibrate with old frequencies of fear and defense. The mind says, "I'm safe," but the breath still catches. The body still clenches. And so, nothing changes. Peter Levine, the creator of Somatic experiencing, observed that animals in the wild recover from trauma by trembling, shaking, and moving instinctively to release energy. Humans, however, suppress these impulses. We freeze, we tighten, we hold it in. Over time, those held back tremors become chronic tension. They become symptoms we call stress, fatigue, anxiety. And here's the paradox. The very silence we avoid, the stillness we fear, is where the body begins to release what it has carried. But most of us run from that silence, filling it with noise, distraction, and endless busyness. We fear that if we stop, the truth will catch up. Yet the truth is already inside us, quietly shaping everything. The body as a mirror. Hermetic teachings describe the body as a mirror of universal laws. The throat symbolizes the power of creation through the voice. The chest, the capacity for courage. The hips, the seat of desire and movement. Blockages in these areas aren't random. They are reflections of how energy is moving or failing to move in your life. Have you ever noticed how your shoulders hunch when you feel the weight of guilt? Or how your stomach tightens when you swallow words you want to say? These aren't accidents. They are messages. Your body is speaking in a language of posture, rhythm, and sensation. The problem is, we've forgotten how to listen. A different kind of listening. The first step toward change is not doing more. It's listening differently. Not listening for explanations, but for sensation. Your body will rarely speak in words. It speaks in vibrations, impulses, shivers, subtle movements. And to hear it, you have to stop treating it like a problem to fix and start approaching it as a guardian of truth. This requires patience. Your body may not trust you at first. After all, you've spent years ignoring it, overriding it, numbing it. Why would it open to you right away? Like any relationship, trust must be rebuilt slowly, gently. The more you show up with respect, the more your body begins to reveal what it has held. A practical step: somatic listening. Let's try something simple. Sit or lie down in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Choose one part of your body where you feel tension: your jaw, your stomach, your chest. Instead of trying to relax it, place your attention there. Ask softly, "What are you holding for me?" Don't expect words. Just notice. Maybe you feel a pulse, a subtle vibration, a memory you didn't expect. This isn't about interpretation. It's about presence. By paying attention without judgment, you give your body permission to speak. You'll be surprised at how much it remembers when you stop trying to silence it. Naming the hidden code. Another powerful practice is giving a name to what you feel. If your chest feels heavy, you might call it ancestral weight. If your stomach feels tight, perhaps caged fire. These names don't have to make logical sense. They bring what was unconscious into the light of awareness. To name a sensation is to recognize it, and recognition begins to free it. The release through breath. Breath is the bridge between mind and body. It's also the simplest way to begin releasing what has been trapped. Inhale gently for 4 counts, then exhale slowly for 8. As you breathe out, imagine the tension leaving your body as a faint mist. Don't force it, simply allow. The body doesn't need aggression to let go. It needs safety. When the body feels safe, it releases on its own. Why this matters? Why does any of this matter? Because as long as your body is stuck in old patterns of protection, your reality will continue to be shaped by fear and defense. You may dream of abundance, love, creativity, but if your body is vibrating with survival, it won't let those desires take root. The nervous system will always choose safety over growth. That's why real transformation doesn't begin in the mind. It begins in the body. When you start listening to its codes, when you begin to release what was frozen, something extraordinary happens. The same body that once felt like a prison becomes the very doorway to freedom. You stop sabotaging yourself without knowing why. You stop repeating patterns that don't serve you. You begin to live with presence instead of survival. A gentle call. So here's my invitation for you. Tonight, before you sleep, place a hand on the part of your body that feels most tense. Don't try to fix it. Simply say, "I acknowledge you." That's all. You may feel nothing at first. That's okay. Your body is listening, even if it stays quiet. Over time, this small act of presence becomes a ritual of reconnection, and every ritual plants a seed of change. Because the body doesn't lie, it doesn't pretend. It remembers, and it remembers until you're ready to listen. What if the very discomfort you've been trying to escape is not a curse, but the beginning of your healing? I'll leave you with this reflection. Tonight, when you feel that familiar tension, will you try to push it away again, or will you pause long enough to ask what it's trying to tell you? From survival to creation. If part 1 was about listening to your body as the silent archive of memory, this part is about stepping into a new field, transforming that memory into presence and creation. Because listening is only the beginning. The real shift comes when you no longer live in a body shaped by defense, but in a body that feels safe enough to create. The survival body. Think of your nervous system like a guardian that never sleeps. When trauma, even small or forgotten, imprints itself, the guardian overreacts. It assumes danger, even when none is present. This is why your body tightens in the middle of a peaceful day, or why your breath shortens before a conversation that shouldn't feel threatening. The body doesn't know the difference between memory and reality. It only knows the signals it has stored. Neuroscience shows us that trauma interrupts the natural flow of time within the body. It keeps physiology stuck in the moment of impact. That's why you might feel as though you're fine on the surface, but inside, your body is living in the past. Until the body recognizes that the danger has passed, it won't allow you to rest. And without rest, there can be no true creation. The creative body. But here's the paradox. The same body that carries trauma also carries the map to freedom. The nervous system was designed to return to balance. Muscles were designed to release. The heart was designed to open again. The only thing standing in the way is the belief that your body is the enemy. Once you stop fighting it and start inhabiting it with trust, everything begins to shift. Ancient traditions always began with the body. In India, yogic postures weren't meant for fitness, but for preparing the nervous system to hold divine energy. In Greece, philosophers spoke of the soma as the seat of wisdom. And in Hermetic thought, the body was seen as a mirror of universal laws. To transform consciousness, you first had to transform how you lived inside your body. Practical step: releasing through movement. One way to begin shifting from survival to creation is through micro-movements. Stand with your feet grounded, eyes closed. Notice where your body feels stiff: your neck, your hips, your chest. Instead of forcing a stretch, allow small, instinctive movements. Tilt your head slightly, roll your shoulders, rotate your hips. Let the body lead, not the mind. These subtle gestures begin to soften the frozen places. Think of it like thawing ice. The body doesn't need violent change. It needs warmth, patience, and presence. As you allow these micro-movements, you're not just loosening muscles, you're rewriting the postures of survival into postures of freedom. The language of touch. Another powerful way to transform is through conscious touch. Place your hand gently on the area of your body that feels the most tense. Your stomach, your throat, your chest. Don't press, don't rub, just rest your hand there. Feel the warmth of your own palm. Say quietly, "I acknowledge what you've held for me, and I release you." This is more than affirmation. It's a ritual. Touch is the oldest language your body understands. It bypasses the mind and goes straight to the nervous system. With repetition, your body begins to believe that it is safe to let go. And when the body feels safe, energy starts to flow again, filling the space. Here's something most people miss. When you release old tension, you create empty space inside the body. But space cannot stay empty. If you don't consciously fill it, the old patterns often return. This is why so many people feel temporary relief after a practice, but slip back into the same habits. To prevent this, you must imprint a new vibration into the body. This isn't about forcing positivity. It's about choosing a new identity, a new archetype, and embodying it through sensation. Practical step: archetypal encoding. Close your eyes and think of a quality you want to embody: courage, confidence, serenity, presence. Ask yourself, where does this quality live in my body? If it's courage, maybe your chest. If it's serenity, perhaps your belly. Place both hands there. Breathe slowly, as if you're feeding that quality with oxygen. Visualize the area lighting up, growing heavier with strength and stability. Repeat this until your body begins to recognize the new identity as real. Over time, your posture, your voice, your energy shift naturally. You're not pretending, you're reprogramming at the biological level. Science meets spirit. This isn't just mystical talk. Epigenetics shows that experiences can switch genes on or off, shaping how your body functions. Studies on meditation reveal measurable changes in brain regions tied to safety and presence. The polyvagal theory explains how your vagus nerve acts like a switchboard for safety, connection, and vitality. When you breathe slowly, move gently, and offer your body presence, You're literally teaching your nervous system to shift from survival to creation. What ancient wisdom spoke of as energy and frequency, modern science now measures in brainwaves, hormones, and genetic expression. The bridge between the two is no longer imaginary, it's being mapped in real time. The closing ritual. When you've listened, named, released, and imprinted, it's important to seal the practice. Otherwise, the nervous system can feel unfinished. Sit quietly with your hands over your heart. Take a deep breath and say, I close the cycle of defense. I open the cycle of presence. This small ritual signals to your entire body that a new chapter has begun. It may sound simple, but rituals carry weight. They give the nervous system a clear boundary between what was and what is. And boundaries are what trauma dissolves. By creating new ones, you give your body the safety it has long craved. The story of return. Let me share a reflection. There was a man who never felt truly at home in his own skin. He slept well, but woke up tired. He ate healthy but felt empty. One day, during a guided practice, he touched his stomach and suddenly remembered being a child holding back tears so he wouldn't burden his mother. His stomach wasn't weak, it was holding decades of swallowed fear. When he trembled, when he finally let his body release, everything shifted. His shoulders no longer carried guilt. His hips stopped locking desire. His throat began to soften. He realized that healing wasn't about fixing something broken. It was about coming home to a body that had always been waiting for him. And that's the truth. Your body isn't your prison. It's your altar. It's the place where spirit, mind, and matter meet. Every time you choose presence over resistance, you step closer to living in creation rather than survival. You don't need dramatic breakthroughs to change. You don't need to heal everything at once. The body doesn't rush. It opens slowly, like a flower trusting the sun. What matters is consistency. Each time you listen, breathe, and touch with presence, you rebuild the trust between you and your own body. Over time, this trust transforms not only how you feel, but how you create reality itself. Because life isn't shaped only by what you think. It's shaped by what your body carries, by the silent codes you're finally willing to read. And once you read them, you can rewrite them. So here's my invitation to you tonight. Take just 5 minutes. Place your hand on the part of your body that feels the heaviest. Don't try to relax it. Don't demand release. Just breathe and whisper, I'm here with you. That's all. Do this daily. Watch how slowly, gently, your body begins to respond. Healing is not an event. It's the moment you stop running from your body and start living in it. And creation doesn't begin with thought. It begins the instant your body feels safe enough to let energy flow again. Your body remembers. It remembers what your mind has forgotten. It remembers the moments you swallowed, the truths you hid, the defenses you built. But it also remembers how to breathe, how to move, how to live in presence. It remembers the original code of creation. So I ask you, will you keep treating your body as something broken? Or will you honor it as the sacred ground where your new reality is already waiting to emerge? The choice begins now, with your next breath.